in. Just feel into your back, your neck, your shoulders for a moment. We're going to take some deep breaths. Letting go of the tension in the neck. Slowly take the ear to the shoulder. Maybe dropping the chin down towards the chest. Taking the ear over the eyes. Moving slowly in one direction. Maybe lifting your chin up to the sky, allowing yourself to lift your sternum a little bit as well. Make some space. One more extension out to each side. Just lifting up the chin, ear over to the shoulder, dropping the chin down to the chest. And the palms down on the start to move through our circles. Inhaling the heart forward, exhaling into the ground. It's really great for digestion. We start to pick up and move around all of our organs. Moving through the spine, openness, space. Lifting the chin, moving up the sternum. Feeling in between all the vertebrae. And start to really connect your breath, that circle. Inhaling it to bring the heart forward, exhaling it to move back around. Beautiful. Let's bring it back to center. Switch across the leg. And slowly start out in the other direction. Pressing to the side, moving out in the directions. Lower back, hips. Feel the breath, fill it in. Really expanding the lungs, expanding your rib cage. Feel the stretch of the muscle between your ribs. Just listening to your breath, going in and out. Beautiful. Let's bring ourselves back to center. We'll take the hands up to heart center, start to rub the palms together, relaxing the shoulders, the neck, the jaw. And start to bring into mind an intention for the day, making it even beyond your practice, this 1 hour. Something you can step through the day with. And as you bring that to mind, go ahead and let the hands steady right in front of the heart. Just feel the electric energy transfer back and forth across the palms. Feel it traveling up the arms, right into the heart center. And just allow that intention to be infused with that additional energy. Beautiful. Interlacing your fingers, press the palms away. Take a deep inhale as you rise. And as you exhale, repeat that intention to yourself. Just allow yourself to be surrounded with that intentional energy. Do that 2 more times. Creating a bubble of intentional space for you to move through all throughout the day. Beautiful. Good. Let's come right up into tabletop. Just keep moving that spine. A little support under your knees if you choose. Wiggling out your ankles, maybe taking a stretch through the wrists, turning one hand over with the palm to the sky and the fingertips back towards the knee. Doing the same on the opposite side. And then turning all 10 fingers around with the palms down to the mat, maybe sinking back just a little bit into the hips to open up the wrists. Beautiful. As you bring yourself back to center, let's start to move through cat and cow. Inhaling the heart forward in cow. Really stretching through the belly. Exhaling as you press the spine up to the sky in cat. Relaxing the neck, letting the head sink down. Continue to move between those two with your breath. Feeling the deeper stretch across the belly. Really nice stretch through your spine. Pulling the breath in and pressing the breath back out. Get some movement in the ribs. Start to notice your sitting bones open, creating some space for the iliosacral joints. Really allowing yourself to press out of the heads of the shoulders. And if it feels comfortable to, start to pull in the breath and press the breath back out just a little faster with a little more force. So you're going to heat up the spine just a little bit more, moving just a little bit faster. At just a pace that's comfortable to you. Beautiful. Take one more deep breath in, really lifting the sternum up, opening up the chest. Hold the breath, maintaining it in. And then exhale all the way out, pressing all the way up into cat. Maintain the breath out. Gently breathe back into neutral spine. Beautiful. Let's take it into our bird dog, extending our right arm forward and left leg back. Flex your left toes down to the ground. Think about your left inner elbow crease looking forward, rolling forward, so our left shoulder draws a little bit more away from the ear. And just breathe steadily here. Relaxing your neck, your jaw, noticing the engagement from the core. Feeling the energy out through your fingertips and out through the sole of the foot. Beautiful. We'll take another deep inhale. On your exhale, windmill your hand back to tap your foot behind you. Good. Inhale back to a long line of energy. Exhale, come back around. You're just going to find that foot, proprioception, just without even looking. Just finding the pinky toe. Inhaling long. Exhaling, easy touch back. Maybe take one more, this time connecting with the pinky toe and lifting that leg up just a little bit, pressing it into the hand. Opening up the chest and shoulder. Feeling some energy in your quadricep muscles. Beautiful. As you release, come back to a nice straight line, and then take that line out to a diagonal. Just shifting our center, engaging that center. Beautiful. Back to center. And set it down. Good. The left wrist needs a little second off. Just turn the hand upside down and stretch to the back of it. And then we'll move over to the opposite side. Extending our left hand forward, right leg back. Breathing into the steadiness. Notice your right elbow crease looking forward, your jaw soft. And then as you're ready to, taking an exhale breath to windmill the hand back. Keep your neck neutral, long through the back of the neck. So you're looking down at your mat, maybe a few inches ahead of your fingertips. Inhaling long, exhaling as you begin to touch the foot. Use your breath. Use the steadiness from your core. You're noticing your mind wandering, bring it back to your mantra, your intention. And let's connect with the outside of the foot. Take a little energy to press the foot into the hand, opening up the left shoulder. Let your weight over your right hand disperse amongst all 5 fingers, so the weight is not dumping into the heel of it. Beautiful. Release the foot and take the line out to a diagonal. Right toes are still flexed down to the mat. Beautiful. Back to a straight line and come on down. But sink back for a second. Go ahead and sit down on your heel. Just sit into hero's pose. Bring the knees together. Just take the backs of the hands together with your fingers down to stretch to the backs of the wrists. And then take the hands and roll them all the way around. And then roll in the opposite direction. All right, let's start to flow a little bit. Then bring yourself up to downward facing dog. Nice strong energy through the hands, extending all 10 fingers. Feel the space across your shoulder blades as you open your upper back. Lift up high into your tiptoes, and then let the heels just sink back down on an exhale. Do that 2 or 3 times. Inhale high into tiptoes. Exhale as you sink. Again to the tiptoes. And exhale as you sink. Beautiful. Maintain that for a moment. Breathing energy into the low back. Creating all that space down the length of your spine. Beautiful. Sink forward to a plank pose, rolling your inner elbow creases forward. We're going to take some scapular push-ups here. So activating our glutes, activating our legs, rolling both inner elbow creases to look forward. Without bending your elbows, I want you to sink into the shoulder girdle and push out. Sink and press. So it is not a push-up from your elbows. It's just a tricep, or it's just a scapular dip. Tricep stay extended and strong. Just dip in, heart towards the mat just slightly. It's not a huge movement. There you go. Good. Dip and press. Keep looking down to the mat, about 6 inches in front of your index fingers. Good. Do 1 or 2 more, and back to down dog. And build some quick heat in the shoulders. Give your head a nice little shake side to side. Big, big exhale. Beautiful. Step your left foot so it's lined up towards the midline of the mat. Inhale the right heel up high in the sky. Big reach up with the right heel. As you exhale, we're going to come forward, taking our right knee towards the right elbow in a 3-point plank. Inhale back up to the sky. Exhale again, 3-point plank. Right knee, right elbow. Good. 1 more. Inhale up to the sky, right to right again. Beautiful. And all the way up to the sky. This time taking right to left. Cross over. And back up to the sky. Exhale, knee elbow. And back up to the sky. 1 more time, right to left. Beautiful. Inhale to the sky. This time we'll take that right foot and step it outside your right pinky finger. So coming into a lizard lunge. We'll keep the back left knee off the ground for now. Open up the chest. Just let the hips sink in. Let's take our right hand, inhale it under your left arm, so cross body. Exhale, open to the right side, around the sky, nice big twist through the spine. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale under. Exhale, open up. Inhale under. And exhale, open up. Beautiful. Go ahead and step back to plank and press to down dog. Now taking the right foot more towards the midline of the mat. Inhaling the left heel high up to the sky. Exhale, roll forward. Left knee, left elbow, 3-point plank. Really focus on getting your heart over your fingertips when you come forward to that 3-point plank. 2 more times to the left elbow. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Last time. Good. And then taking the left knee over to the right elbow. Little twist. Using your breath. Inhale to the sky. Exhale through the twist. 1 more time up to the sky. And exhale, land the left toes outside the left fingers. Sink into the hips, allowing the back right knee to tip towards the mat and not setting down. It's just tipping towards the mat. Beautiful. And then left hand, inhale under the body. Exhale, open to the left side. Beautiful. Strong right knee on this one. Inhaling under. Exhaling open. And 1 more time, inhaling under. And exhaling open. Beautiful. Back to plank. Let's take a vinyasa this time. Lower the heart down to the mat and come into just a nice low swings pose. Really focus on the energy into the tops of your feet and broadening out your collarbones. Lifting the heart open. Good. And then lower to the belly. Keep your hands down behind the back, interlacing if you can. If the shoulders are too tight, use your strap. Laying the hands down, lift to locust. Lifting the front of the thighs off the ground in front of the feet. Lifting the chest and shoulders. Extending the arms down behind you. Try not to let your hands rest on your seat. Try to lift them up just a little bit. Beautiful. Nice. Press back to child's pose or puppy pose if you choose. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. If you get to down dog a little early, you can take a down dog twist. Give everyone a moment to get there. And if you want to twist here, you can. Taking opposite hand to the outside of the calf. Make a connection with the outside of the calf. That's your good strong twist. Feel that in the low back. Really nice stretch. All right, stepping our feet a little more neutral on the mat. Let's inhale the right heel to the sky. Step that right foot forward between the hands. We'll wiggle open to warrior 2. Keep a block handy near your forward foot. And then windmill up. Have it already there. So one less thing to find later. So setting the gaze over your forward fingertips in warrior 2. Settle into the shoulders. Let them relax away from the ears. Feel the breath into the belly. Feel your legs strong from both hip sockets. You're rolling open, opening up, keeping the knees in line with the ankles. Let's just flow a little bit back and forth. Inhaling reverse warrior. Exhaling into side angle. And not allowing to rest there. Just kind of flowing right out of it. Letting the arms dance around. Finding a nice extension through both sides of the torso. Notice how strong and stable in the lower half of the body is, as it maintains its position. And we just move really flowing up here at top. Let's take one more inhale back to reverse warrior. And then extending both arms up overhead, strong through both sides of the waist. Take an extended side angle here. Both arms extended. Beautiful. Dropping your right hand down to the inside of the right knee. Sink a little deeper. Now you've got a single support. Still extended through your top arm. Focus on rolling the rib cage open. Shoulders away from the ears. Really strong through all points and toes. Breathing deep into the belly. Beautiful. Unravel. Go ahead and straighten your forward leg. Inhale back to a reverse triangle. And then coming up to center, let's find triangle pose. Looking out over your forward fingertips, let the hips slide back as you slide forward with your hand. I'm going to land my hand to the outside of my calf muscle on the block. Forward right knee, straight forward over your toes. Really allow your left arm to reach up out of the shoulder, extending it as high as you can. Reaching it up. Stretch ligaments and tendons at your shoulder. Feel the nerves stretching all the way up to your fingers. Strong legs, long through both sides of the waist. Beautiful. Take that top arm, roll it to your low back. Maybe taking your bottom hand and reaching forward. Beautiful. Come all the way back up. Reverse triangle one more time. Nice. Beautiful. Little softness in your forward knee as you lift to half moon pose. Right foot half moon. Stacking the shoulders open, the hips open. Using your breath. Pressing energy down into the sole of your right foot, also pressing energy through your left foot. Beautiful. Pivot on your hip, coming into warrior three. Just closing the hips to face the ground. Breathe deep, get stronger. Nice, gentle landing to crescent lunge. Take your arms all the way up overhead. Really lift your heart up to the sky. Woo! Big exhale. And deepen your forward knee. Have a nice deep lunge here in crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down to heart center. And we'll take an exhale into a twist, connecting our left elbow outside the right knee. Feel the power through your left leg when you make this connection to your back leg, strong and extended. Dropping the hips a little bit more. Maybe opening your arms up around the sky. Maybe giving a half wrap or a full wrap. Good, unravel. And back up to center. Shorten up the stride, about a third of the way. Landing your left foot at a slight diagonal, scissoring your hips so you're facing with your hips the short end of the mat. Take both arms up to the sky. Exhale into pyramid pose. Using your blocks under your hands or not. Lengthening out your spine. Letting the right hip draw back and up. Maybe the left hip down and forward. Take some really nice full exhales here as you sink into this deep, deep stretch. Allow that to stretch all the way down to the sole of your right foot. Little length in your spine, slowly reaching the heart further forward. Noticing the adjustment your hips can make as you sink in a little deeper. Driving the right hip up and the left hip down. Noticing the shift in your weight from one foot to the other as you become balanced. Good, and we can keep that left hand down on the ground or block, opening your right arm up to the side in your bulge triangle. Take that breath all the way down into the low backs, down into your IT bands, piriformis, glutes, hamstring, all of it. Now down to center. Good. Gently step your feet together, but give a foot in between your big toes. Let's just crisscross our arms and our elbows. Let yourself dangle down for a moment. Big exhales. Opening up the low back slightly from your hips. Turn your knees as if you're trying to make a look towards each other. Your feet are still straight forward, just inwardly rotating your knees. Just gonna lift your sitting bones and the heads of your femurs a little higher. Opening up the iliosacral joints. Relax the neck again. Beautiful. Release the hands to the ground. Energizing the legs. Lift your heart forward into a nice flat back. Whether you can press into the ground or into your shins. And then step slowly to plank pose. Again, move nice and easy through a vinyasa here. Don't go too intensely on your back bend just right now. Lower down and lift open. Just opening up the thoracic spine and the heart. Good. Lay back to your belly and then press the ground away, coming into downward facing dog. Nice deep exhale there. And we will go to our left side, inhaling the left heel to the sky. Exhale, stepping our left foot forward in between the hands, coming up warrior two, lending the right foot. Milling up and open, dropping the shoulders. Feel the strength through the both sides of your torso. Get nice and strong through the waist. Just allow yourself to look steadily out over the fingers. Flipping the forward palm, inhale, reverse. And slowly flow to side angle and allow yourself just to flow back and forth. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Feeling into it, feeling into both sides of the torso. Noticing the strength and stability of your legs, the rootedness of your feet. Let's take one more round. Beautiful, and both arms up to the sky. Drop your shoulders and extend the triangle, or extend the side angle, sorry. Both arms extended up overhead. Long, strong waist. Beautiful. Dropping our lower arm, letting yourself rotate a little bit further. Beautiful. And coming all the way up, straighten the forward leg. Inhale the reverse triangle. And coming up to center. Let yourself extend your forward arm, letting your hips stay flat. Taking the block to the inside or outside of that shin, calf, and opening the triangle. Feeling the ribs lift off the hip. Beautiful. Taking our top arm, roll it to the low back. Setting it right there. And then maybe taking your bottom arm and lifting it forward. Strong through your forward leg. Lifting that kneecap, keeping it supported. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse triangle. Nice. Good. Softening up your forward leg. Shifting yourself forward as you rise to half moon. Notice the amount of energy, the amount of weight you have settled down onto your block. Very minor, if any. It's just a little touch point. Lift and strengthen through both sides of the waist. Beautiful. Slowly closing the hips, pivoting to warrior three. Gentle landing to crescent lunge. Inhale, open the heart up. Send your arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands down to heart center. And on an exhale, you're taking a twist, connecting the right elbow outside the left knee. Move the energy out through the back right leg. Taking that high lunge twist into a half or full rack. Beautiful. Unravel the twist. And back up. Go ahead and shorten up your stride by a third. Scissor in the inner thigh, so you're spacing the short end of your mat. Thumbs up. Exhale, forward fold, pyramid pose. Heel to heel alignment on your pyramid pose. So check that out on your mat. And then notice your weight distribution. If your weight is mostly on your back foot, your right hip will be too far up. Shift a little more weight to your forward foot by squaring the hips, which will pull your left hip back up and give you that awesome IT band with hamstring stretch down the left side. Inhale the heart a little bit further forward over your toes to lengthen out your spine and your hamstring a little bit more. And then exhale just to sink in, letting your neck relax, your jaw relax. Notice your connection with your right foot. Your arch is still strong and lifted here. So there's a lot going on in this pose. There's a lot of bits. Beautiful. Staying strong through both legs. Right hand down on the ground or block, lifting our left arm up to the sky. Your ball. Really allowing the arm to stretch up. Beautiful. And unravel. Step the feet together. This time just take a little sway side to side. Woo. Ah. Fine, drop the hands down towards the mat, down towards your toes. Using the block or not is fine. Then deep into your left knee and the right arm up to the sky. Get broad across your shoulders, your collarbones. Really focus on the extension from ground to sky. Focus on the extension of your spine. Beautiful. Good. Switching the bend in the knee, right knee bends, left arm opens. Awesome job. Back down to center. Good. So from this forward fold, heel toe your feet so they're at least hips width. And we're going to just step back. We're going to use the block for your little extra support. Just step the left foot back. So we're going to come down into lizard lunge, dropping the back knee this time. So send the back knee all the way down. And then we'll just take our right forearm and press that right knee out a little bit. So it's a sink into that lizard, maybe even coming down onto the block with one or both forearms on the inside here. I'm glad to put the camera in a little bit so we're a little more tighter. There we go. So just sinking in, rest down onto the block or the ground if you choose. Relax your neck. Maybe it's drawing your chin down towards the chest here. Beautiful. So you're going to start to make this forward foot make its way over to pigeon. And then just cross over. Start by lifting the heart up, sit up really nice and tall here. You may notice that there's some space here that you want to just support with like something soft, like a blanket or cushion. Just start with that. That way those muscles can really disengage as you sink in a little bit deeper into the pigeon pose. Starting tall, and then just allow yourself to start folding down. Maybe you can rest your torso down on a block. Or maybe it's the forehead down on the ground. Truly let those muscles unravel here. So make sure that you're in a position where you're supported. You're not having to grip or hold on. To do a little mental pathway and just see if there is anything that's really gripping or holding on, and if you can slowly let that go. Take the brakes off a little bit. And also just make sure that you're at a comfortable stretch level that's not so intense that your body's screaming to escape it. Just dial it back a little bit from that point. Lengthen the spine one more time. Just draw your heart a little bit further forward. It's going to deepen the stretch all the way down through your hip. Release your exhales. Let yourself slowly work through those layers. Go ahead, gently press the ground away. Just bring yourself towards like a tabletop or a puppy pose, whichever you're comfortable with. Maybe just hip dip side to side. And then we'll work into our lizard lunge, coming up with our left foot. A little adjustment with your props. So starting left foot forward now, gently pressing out into the inside of the knee. Maybe lowering down to the forearm here. Beautiful. Okay, so let's start to meander that foot across the mat. Let the hip settle into the cushion. Maybe start tall and king pigeon pose, pressing down. And slowly lower forward. Notice the difference from the side to the other. Release your jaw and your neck. Maybe you're inching the heart forward just a bit. Lengthening out the spine. You'll see each layer as you unravel. Sinking in a bit deeper. Continue to use your breath. Beautiful. Gently press the ground away. And go ahead and just slither right over onto your back. Holding the knees up and towards the chest. And just making some gentle circles over the low back. Maybe take those circles back in the opposite direction. Taking the leg up, let's cross the right knee over the left. Let your arms be out to the side for support and let both legs fall out to the left side. Gently look out over your right shoulder. I'd like to take the left hand and press right into my right hip crease and just lengthen out that side of the waist a little bit more. Feels really good. Beautiful. Inhale back through the center. And then cross left over right. Let the legs drop to the right. Looking out to your left hand. And then maybe the right hand presses right into that left hip crease. Try to really relax your low back on these. Beautiful. Roll back to center. Go ahead and grab a block. We're going to go into a restorative bridge pose for Shavasana. So just one block right behind your iliosacral joint. So your lumbar spine is free, not on the block, and the soft part of your seat is not on the block. Just behind the bony back of the hips. Perfect. And then wiggle your shoulders away a little bit. So we've got a little bit of traction happening in the lumbar spine. Allow your feet to set a little bit wide and the knees to dip in towards each other. So we have all this really nice opening through the iliosacral joints and then the lumbar spine as well. Lift your heart up, opening the hands up to the sky. And just breathe into this. We'll just rest here. Restorative bridge Shavasana today. Really allowing all of that tension in the low back to unravel, completely dissipate. Notice your breath as it skims in and out across the back of the throat. We're in this bridge pose, the natural bit of constriction in the throat. So just bring some extra focus right there. Allowing your voice to be strengthened. With a soft rise and fall of the belly, the breath fills in. Notice that the breath is traveling past the diaphragm to extend the belly.
Just send a little bit of energy to your fingers and your toes and giving them a little wiggle. And then gently bring your feet a little maybe closer to your seat. So you can lift gently off the block to allow the hips to come back down to the ground. And start with one knee really hugged up underneath that same shoulder. Maybe crossing it gently over to the opposite shoulder. And do the same on the opposite side, hugging the end of the shoulder. And crossing over. Beautiful. Gently roll off to one side. Use your top hand to press up to seated. Back into easy pose. Set the palms up and open on tops of the knees. Just breathe into your intention. Notice the breath and the energy moving a little more freely through your body. Sitting up really tall, bringing your sitting bones. Extending the crown of the head up to the sky. Let's take our hands up to heart center. And just take a moment to send out a little extra love and encouragement this morning. And take a moment to invite extra love and encouragement back in. Namaste.